Unmarket Your Business, the podcast, born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master, ones that feel authentic instead of salesy, strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey everyone, it's Carol J. Dunlop, your online wow strategist and Amazon two-time best-selling author. How are you doing? First of all, I want to make sure that you are safe and that you are well and that you are hashtag flattening the curve. If you don't know what that means, then that means you have not been listening to CNN, CBS, ABC, whatever those things are about the coronavirus and flattening the curve. That means that you are outside doing something and you should be inside or at least social distancing yourself from the next person. Stand at least 6 feet away. So I really pray that you are doing that because that is the way the experts have told us that we're going to be able to defeat this coronavirus or this version, the COVID-19. Because you know what? I didn't even know that the coronavirus was here before. That's what they named the classification of virus that's out here. SARS part of it and all of that. But now this COVID-19, it has taken over. Maybe it went back and got stronger than it came back. I'm sorry. I digress. I have to admit that I've been just a tad bit obsessed with this whole thing. I have been looking at every channel, watching the news reports and all of that, and I'm trying to just keep myself in check and not let my anxiety go crazy and just, I don't know, stay present. That's what I'm trying to do, stay in the present. Because, face it, we can't do anything about the future. The past is already gone. All we have is today. Actually, all we have is this very second that we're living in, right? So, thank you for that ability to just, vent a little bit because this is some craziness. Of course, it's unprecedented times. We don't know what's happening, but hey, I know that we are going to get through it because, so much of our daily lives as we know it has been changed, especially meeting in person. I think I've received no less than 4 notices that events that I have had scheduled for a long time and planned on attending aren't even going to happen. And that's because of social distancing. That's because we're trying to flatten the curve. We're trying to contain this virus and conquer it. But the thing is that meetings and events and in-person things are what keeps our small business and entrepreneurs and business owners going because we're always meeting people at these events. I know I do. I meet a lot of people at events who become leads and then I convert them into clients. So what's a girl to do now that we can't even meet people out in the open? We can't even go to meetings and stuff. Well, I've got 5 things I'm going to share with you on a way to salvage your in-person meetings so that you can still live life as you know it, still make money, still get leads, still convert to clients. So stay tuned. I'll be right back and tell you all about it. You're listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. So I want to let you know that in light of all of this stuff that's going on with the coronavirus and social distancing, I've had this thing on my mind for a long, long time, and I haven't been able to really do it until now. And I'm looking for 10, just 10 financially focused entrepreneurs who want to join me in creating blogs or a blog for yourself that brings in passive income. Could you use an additional $500 a month? What about $1,000? What about $1,500? And did you know that you can do that with your blog? Yes, you definitely can. So I'm starting a group of financially minded, success-forward entrepreneurs who want to do this. And I don't care if you have a blog, if you're thinking of starting a blog, if your blog is so dusty, you got to blow on it 3 or 4 times before the dust falls off. You haven't even looked at the thing. It's on your website somewhere. You have no idea how to reach it. I don't even care. We're going to start a blog that makes money, that brings in income, and it's going to be passive income every single month. And the minimum that we're looking at it bringing in is $500 a month. So if you want to do this, if you want to be part of this, I need you to let me know. All you need to do is go to csicorporation.com/contact, and that is the contact page. Send me a message and say, Carol, I want to know about this blogging group. And I will tell you all about it. Go to csicorporation.com, go to the Contact Us page, and let me know that you want to be in on this, and I'll tell you all about it. I'm not giving any details away right now. You got to talk to me. Believe me, it's not a scam. It's not an MLM. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a real blog that's going to make money, and we are going to do this together. So if you're in for it, if you're up for it, then just go to the site, csicorporation.com, go to the contact page, and let me know, and I will connect with you and see if you're right for this program, this project, and we're going to get moving. Okay, let's talk about this in-person event thing. So now that I've vented, I've calmed down and get myself together. Oh my God, it's so hard. Don't you think it's hard? I know you're with me on this. You think it's hard because you're an entrepreneur just like I am. So you got this event, you scoped out the venue, you've gotten the tickets, or you sold the tickets, you got the Eventbrite page, whatever you needed to do, and now COVID-19 comes in and you got to cancel that sucker. Oh my goodness, what can you do? I got 5 things for you, 5 ways for you to salvage your in-person event. Okay, so number one thing you can do is start a group, a Facebook conversation, a Facebook group around that event that you are doing. Because the event probably, even if it was a one-time thing, it probably has an ongoing theme, or you could probably, connect with the people who are going to come, and once we're released from house arrest, as I heard someone say, I thought that was so funny, then you can get the event together again. But in the meantime, if you start this Facebook group based on the event, you could probably find other people who aren't even living in the area around you who would be interested in that same topic. So start a Facebook group around that event, get the posting, and we're not just talking about quotes. Don't just post quotes. Nobody wants a whole bunch of quotes right now. They want information, which is why they were attending the event in the first place. They wanted information. They want to connect with others. They want to get on a deeper level so that Facebook group could turn into something really awesome. Besides, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but in the commercials, Facebook is really advertising this group and community thing. So since we're social distancing ourselves and we can't really get with people, physically, we can definitely do it through a Facebook group. Number 2, message all the people who are going to attend your event and answer their questions. So the whole reason you're having this event is because you probably want some more clients, want to get introduced to new people, want to find out about them, want to connect with them. So message them. You can email them. You can Facebook message them. You can direct message them through Instagram. You can message them on LinkedIn. However, you can contact or connect with them, especially if they've already bought tickets from you. Then you have their information, and you might have to refund their money, or if you don't refund their money, you can just say, hey, I'm going to hold on to it. Give them a choice, of course, and say you're going to hold on to it and you're going to redo the event when it comes out, when we get out of house arrest. But they might, be prepared. They're probably going to want their money back unless you set up front that they're not getting their money back. So they're probably going to want their money back. That's okay, fine. Find any reason you can to talk to them. Get to know them, because there are most likely some clients in there that you didn't even know about. All right, that's number 2, message the attendees. Number 3, take the event online. The only thing you're going to be missing is that physical piece. But guess what? You have Zoom. You could do something in your Facebook group and go live there. But Zoom is probably going to be a lot better because you can actually see the people as you're talking to them, and everybody can see each other. I know a couple of years ago, this lady had emailed me, and she was starting this network group online. I think you had to pay $35 per spot, and everyone got like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to introduce themselves, talk about their business. I thought it was really cool. But she didn't send me any information anymore, so I don't know if it didn't work. But right now it's going to work. What? We are trying to find solutions as to how we can connect with everyone. And guess what? We are so lucky, fortunate, grateful that we have the internet in this time, in this unprecedented time. At least we have the internet. It's not like when they had that influenza thing, the flu that hit in, what was it, early 1900s or whenever. I'm not exactly sure when the date was, and the Spanish flu, when it wiped out everybody. They couldn't even tell people. The closest thing you could do is get on a horse and ride somewhere. So now we got the internet. In an instant, we know what's going on, which I think has saved thousands upon thousands of lives, because what was going on in China at first, and then we knew about it, and then even when it came over to the United States, we were able to react pretty quickly. So I'm glad about that. So anyway, take your event online. Now, if you don't want to use Zoom, there are other things that you can do. You could actually broadcast using YouTube. You could use Loom. Now, Loom, you're not going to necessarily be able to do, you can create the video and let them know that you're going to bring it online. But you could also, it just left my brain. What was I going to do? What was I going to say? I'm sorry. There was something else that I was going to tell you that you could use. Demio, Demio. Or even Webinar Jam. You could use one of those webinar platforms where you can actually talk to the people. But Zoom is the best one, I think, to actually see people and talk to them at the same time, just because of how the interface is. So take it online and tell them, especially for the people who've already paid, we're moving this thing online, and maybe you don't want to give their money back, but you want to give them some extra stuff for coming on board. Okay, the fourth thing, let me go and get this. Forgot that was even happening there. All right, so we're taking all this out. Just look for the break. All right, so number 4, I kind of alluded to it already, is to add value for attending the offline event. If they've already paid, or if you're trying to get people to come online and you're converting them from offline to online, add value to what you're doing. So maybe you have a book that you're going to give them, or you have a worksheet or a cheat sheet or 10 steps to do this. Add value so that they don't feel like, oh, I'm missing the in-person thing. And, just as a side note, we're all going through this at the same time. Every single person knows that we can't meet in person right now. So people are going to be more accommodating to you to go online because they know that we can't meet in person. So it's not like you're out in the wilderness talking about, hey, I don't want to have this in-person event. I want to move it online. They all know. So everybody, we're all in this together, so they're all going to be more pliable in thinking about this. But like I said, add a cheat sheet or a book if you have a book on the subject, or maybe you're going to add an extra speaker or extra expertise, or maybe you divide it up over a certain set of days or something. That would be good, right? And number 5, maybe you want to offer some separate coaching sessions for signing up for the event, right? So normally your coaching sessions would be $150, $200, but you say, hey, come on this event, and everyone who signs up for this event, instead of having it offline, and we're trying to socially distance ourselves, so I'm going to give everyone a 15-minute coaching session, laser coaching session, if you come on board. And you could do 30 if you want. But it depends on how many people. If you're expecting 100 or 200 people, hey, I don't know if I would do 100 free 15-minute sessions. You might, but 100 30-minute sessions, that's a lot of time. So think about what you're doing and kind of add value, add something. Maybe you could give them a program one of the programs that you offer for free anyway, or that you normally discount. I know we all have them. I do. I have a program that I offer when I'm doing summits or when I am in a giveaway situation. You know, those online giveaways that you do when I do that. So I have a program that I usually do for that, and it's no skin off my back because I'm making it available to them, and it just gives you that extra value add. Because I promise you, we're going to get through this thing. We just got to think of some innovative ways we can do this, right? You're listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. So let's go over this. 5 ways, in case I ran through them really quickly. Number 1, start a Facebook group based on the event that you're doing. Number 2, message attendees to answer any questions or to just chat with them. Find a way to connect with them. You know, message them, email them, you know, DM them, Facebook message, LinkedIn, whatever. Just send them a message to get them connected with you so that you can talk to them. Number 3, take the event online. The actual event itself, take it online. You can use Zoom for that if you want to see the people and actually talk to them one-on-one while you're having, and you want to see their faces basically. Or if you want to turn the event into like a webinar, you can use Demio, DEMIO.com. You can use Webinar Jam. There are a couple other webinar type platforms, but I like Webinar Jam and Demio, the best out of them. Number 4, value add value to it for them attending the event online. You can add a cheat sheet or a checklist, something that's going to help them do what they were going to be able to do at the event anyway. So think about that. And then number 5, offer separate coaching sessions for everyone who comes into the event. Now you might not want to offer a separate coaching sessions. You might want to do like what I do with my inner circle, my unmarketing inner circle, and that's have a hot seat coaching or have masterminding or put that in there somewhere. Sometimes that helps for one person to say, well, I'm struggling with this, and then you open it up and you say, hey, can anybody give her any suggestions or him any suggestions or help? Or if they're struggling with something, hey, I'm struggling with this, does anybody have any information that can help them? Boom. We have seen so many breakthroughs and aha moments and, oh, my God, I never thought of that, things that happen when you start masterminding hot seat coaching. And it's one of those things that people wouldn't get anyway if they were coming to the event in person, offline. They wouldn't get this. So now you're being able to be more intimate with them, help them even more. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to look at you as the innovator. They're going to look at you as the person who cares about them, as a person who cares about their situation. Because right now, I know every one of us are all looking for some type of outlet, some kind of way to get out of this doldrum, and especially if you have children at home. Now, most of my clients do not have young kids at home because we're just of a certain age, and our kids are grown, but we might have grandchildren. We might be babysitting our grandkids, or maybe even the neighbor's kids or something. And I know y'all are doing it out there. So we need some type of thing to help us, like break this monotony or, get away from these 4 walls. Because even though it sounds great, I've been working from home for a long time. And the online entrepreneurs right now are the ones who have kind of a heads up on everything. There are a lot of new people coming into the space. And I have said this over and over again, and I know this is going to be true, that once this whole coronavirus thing, this whole social distancing thing is over, there are going to be a lot of people that will never go back to being an employee again. They'll forever be an entrepreneur, or they'll have that little side hustle or something, because the freedom that you get from being an entrepreneur, woo, Lord, have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. It is one of those things that is just not comparable to just about anything, I'm thinking. And so I hope that these 5 tips have helped you, these 5 strategies that you can use that will actually blossom and could actually blossom into something bigger, are going to help you salvage your in-person event. So don't think that you have to cancel it. As a matter of fact, I was on one of my unmarketing inner circle calls, and one of my clients was saying, well, I was going to have a pop-up thing going on next month. I think I might have to cancel. Girl, don't cancel that thing. Put it on Facebook. Pop up right there on Facebook. You'll probably have to restructure a couple things, but that's it. Online is your friend. So if any of you out there are thinking, oh, my God, I can't take this online. I don't know what to do, what technology, how can I videotape? I want you to connect with me because I can help you with that. I can show you what software programs you can use, what technology you can do, and how to actually conduct that live so that you actually make money off the thing and don't lose any money. So definitely connect with me. You can do that same thing that I was talking about in the beginning. Go to csicorporation.com, go to the contact page, and just send me a message. And if you're interested in being in this blogging group, send me a message definitely because we are starting very soon. I'm thinking April 1st. We're going to get this sucker going, so we don't have a lot of time. I am putting this together really, really quickly because there is a definite need for it. Who doesn't want to have an extra $500 a month coming in and, you're not working a job for it? It's not a stimulus, not part of a stimulus plan, or it's not an MLM. And I want to say there's nothing wrong with MLM. Some people just really thrive with them. I do not. I do not thrive with them. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my thing. But hats off to all of you who are making that work because y'all are doing something that I cannot do. I'm just telling you. So that's all I have for you today. I want you to hashtag stay safe and hashtag flatten the curve. And thank you so much for listening to me. I will see you again next time. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.